Hello, I'd like to recap the hike that I did with some grade 8 students yesterday being May 11th, 2022. So we started, and I'm going to zoom in and out as we go here, which will be probably very frustrating for you, the viewer, but we started here in the Rice Lake area. There are some nice public washrooms, well, nice as public washrooms go in this area here. And they don't show up very well on this map, but they are there. It's a newer building. So we started there. Now, I will say that in 2021, in the year past, we went up and we did this loop around Rice Lake. We did not do that this year because we wanted to go a little bit faster. We were dealing with one less hour. So we headed out east from the parking lot and we turned south on the Twin Bridges Trail. If I could do this again, or if we had a little bit more time, I would try to get up here to do the Homestead Trail and then turn right here and follow the Fisherman's Trail. And that's actually where I originally wanted to go, but that was not to be, and maybe for the better. So the Twin Bridges Trail is nice enough. Parts of it are wide road. And when I say road, I mean we're talking sort of a gravelly logging road kind of idea. That makes its way through the forest for some time, and then we made it to the suspension bridge, the Seymour River suspension bridge, in, I would say, no more than 20 or 30 minutes. So leaving the parking lot at 9:30 or so, maybe 9:45 after washroom breaks. We got here around 10:15, took a good 20-minute break. I encourage kids to have snacks. There is a tunnel that we discovered. Maybe I'll go to satellite for a moment. There's a tunnel that we discovered up in this area, up along Fisherman's Trail, maybe around here. And that was pretty cool. Nice little area to explore. Lots of white water along here. Kids had a good time climbing around rocks and so on. Then we crossed the Seymour River Suspension Bridge, so now the time's probably around 10:15. Followed the Fisherman's Trail down. Maybe I'll jump out of satellite view. So now we're crossing, I believe, the Seymour River, something like that. Following the Fisherman's Trail, let's zoom out a little bit more. Down, down, down. Down, down, down to this point. Now, right around here is residential area, so we take a hard right. Let me just see if I can give you any detail on the physical area of this intersection. No, not really. Okay. I guess the key point to note, though, is it meets up with the Baden Powell Trail, the famous Baden Powell Trail of North Vancouver. And so that sort of carries all across the North Shore. And so here, right away, you're doing some tough switchbacks, a lot of uphill, and then you continue on. Here's the intersection where we had a bit of an issue with dogs, and that would have been around 11:45 or so, 11:45 to noon probably. And then we came back to the Lillooet Road. Now, one thing I'll say about this point here, where the trail meets the road, if you turn right on the road and you just walk back up, you make it up here. You can see that little P up there, maybe. That is the area where we started, the Rice Lake parking lot. So we've already done this sort of big circle to the bridge, and then, we came down here, Twin Falls Trail, down to the bridge, and then down here, blah, 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 back up to the Baden Powell. So you can take the road back up, which might be a good place for a group that doesn't have as much steam and maybe wants to cut it a little short. But we crossed over to the Lynn Canyon side. Now this gets really beautiful. Sort of follow the canyon up here. This is a lot of uphill area. You get to the Twin Falls Bridge. Some nice views. Even better views at the Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge. And then follow this area. This is really easy walking down to the 30-foot pool. And that's where we spent, we arrived there at about 12:35, and we spent about 25 minutes at the 30-foot pool, just hanging out, eating, and kids getting in the water and so on. And then at 1 o'clock, I made sure the group got going. We headed up. This is an area of steep stairs right here. You head up to the area of the pipeline bridge, but instead of turning left, you make your way right. Now, I'll be honest. I think I'm not totally certain. I know the stairs are right here, and then I'm not certain. I feel like we stayed left. Yes, I'm pretty sure we stayed left and did this. Yes, for sure. That is a for sure. So you can take this right here and make your way up that way, and that makes it to the parking lot as well. Let's get a little satellite going on here. This is, no, you can't really see too much through the trees, but that's the route that we took. And then you take a right and you follow. Let's get back out to the map view. You follow this trail and it leads you right back to the main area where we started and the Rice Lake washrooms, and that's where the bus parked as well. So zooming out on the day, here's what we had. Starting point, Rice Lake, a 9:30 arrival, 9:45 departure, Twin Bridges Trail down here, 20-minute break at the Seymour River Suspension Bridge, crossed the bridge, traveled down here to this intersection where the Baden Powell Trail meets up, switchbacks, uphill, up to the road, cross over to the Lynn Canyon side, Twin Falls Bridge, Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge, 30-foot pool, back up to the bus. 1:30. In fact, we got back to the buses at about 1:15. Plenty of time to use the washrooms, get on the bus on time. Quite happy with that. If we had a little bit more time, Rice Lake would have been a nice little additional loop to travel as well. And that's it. That was our adventure at Lynn Canyon and the Seymour River, or the Seymour Conservation Area. I think that's what it's called.